Evolution. Have you ever thought about where does this great variety of species come from? Why some species have changed throughout the time? Why some survive and why others cease to live? You may ask yourself, where did you come from? Or your brother? Or your sister? Or your mother? Ooh, your mother? Well, your father? Your grandfather? Your great grandfather, your great and so on grandfather comes from. Imagine yourself in this tiny universe. Where do you come from? We all have heard about Darwin's theories of evolution, that we have come from the monkeys. The monkeys weren't supposed to be here! Evolution. You may ask yourselves, what is evolution?
Evolution is defined as any genetic change over time. These changes may happen because the species need to adapt to something in the environment and can be small or large.
Well, we have said that you may know about some Darwin theories. One of these theories is natural selection. Natural selection talks about of how an organism adapts to its environment in order to survive and change their original traits. Then, when it reproduces, the offspring gets the new traits.
An example of natural selection would be an habitat where there are green bugs and red bugs. So in this habitat there are birds. The birds like most the green bugs than the red bugs. So this bird will eat green bugs. And eventually, soon, there will be more red bugs than green bugs. And when they reproduce, this will be present, that the red bugs will be more, and the green bugs will be less. So this is an example of natural selection.
Another term related to evolution is competition. Competition is a way how animals fight to get their essentials to survive. One example of this are giraffes. Giraffes had to develop a long neck so that they can get their food to survive. And in this drawing we can see that this giraffe developed a longer neck than this one. So this one is more probable to survive, and this one will have to develop another way to get their food in order to subsist. That is competition.
Another related term to evolution and natural selection is adaptation. Adaptation is the mutation or genetic change that an organism has in order to survive to its environment. For example, what Darwin did related to adaptation is an experiment of observing the same species of bird but with different characteristics in Galapagos Island. What we observe in this bird is that its beak is very big as well as its size. In case of this bird is that it has a small thin beak and a small size. That is a good example of adaptation because each bird evolved in order to gather the food they need in their different environment.
In conclusion, evolution is the changes that a species has throughout their time. These changes can be affected by some factors like adaptation, natural selection, competition, or their environment. Thanks to this principle, you are where you are right now.
Pero no grabes.
We all have heard about Darwin's theories of evolution.
Another related term to evolution and not
Thanks to this. Iba todo